In the year 1735, in a world chained by prejudice and inequality, a man was born whose name would echo through the halls of history: Prince Hall. He was not born into privilege or power. He was born into bondage, yet his spirit was never enslaved. This is his story, a story of freedom, faith, and fraternity. A story of one man's determination to build a world where dignity was not determined by color. Prince Hall's early years are shrouded in mystery. Some say he was born in Barbados. Others believe he first saw the light of day in colonial Massachusetts. But one truth remains. He was a black man in a world that refused to see his humanity. As a young man, Hall worked as a leather craftsman, a humble trade that demanded skill, patience, and precision. Yet even as his hands shaped fine leather, his mind shaped visions of liberty. In 1770, Hall was a free man, a rarity among his people. But freedom in name meant little when society still treated him as less than human. He watched his brothers and sisters toil in chains. He heard the cries of injustice echo through the streets of Boston. And he decided enough was enough. In the year 1775, just as the flames of the American Revolution were being kindled, Prince Hall sought brotherhood. Not just any brotherhood, but one built on the ideals of morality, equality, and truth. He approached the colonial Freemasons, a fraternity of Enlightenment thinkers. But when they saw his dark skin, their doors slammed shut. Denied by the American lodges, Hall turned to the British Army Lodge No. 441, composed of Irish soldiers stationed in Boston. And it was there, under the British flag, that Prince Hall and 14 other free black men were initiated into Freemasonry on March 6, 1775. For them, it was not merely a ritual. It was an act of rebellion. A declaration of worth in a world that said they had none. As war erupted between the colonies and Britain, the ideals of freedom filled the air. But not for everyone. The Declaration of Independence spoke of equality, yet millions remained in chains. Prince Hall saw the hypocrisy, and he spoke boldly. He petitioned the Massachusetts legislature for the abolition of slavery. He demanded that black children be given education, not exclusion. He called for justice, not vengeance, but justice for his people. His voice was soft but unyielding. In a time when speaking up could cost a black man his life, Prince Hall spoke truth to power. Though Prince Hall and his brothers had been initiated, they were still denied full recognition by American Masonic lodges. They met in secret. They performed their rituals quietly. But their spirit burned bright. In 1784, Hall wrote a bold letter to the Grand Lodge of England, requesting a formal charter for his African lodge. And against all odds, it was granted. The charter arrived on September 29, 1784, officially recognizing the African Lodge No. 459, the first black Masonic lodge in history. From that small gathering in Boston grew a movement that would spread across America and the world. A network of black Freemasons, builders not of temples of stone, but of hope, education, and self-respect. Prince Hall was more than a Mason. He was a preacher, a teacher, a fighter for justice, and a father to a community that had long been ignored. He reminded his people that freedom was not a gift, it was a right. And even after his death in 1807, his legacy lived on. Today, the fraternity known as Prince Hall Freemasonry continues to thrive, a testament to one man's vision of unity in the face of division. Through centuries of struggle, his name has become a symbol of empowerment, leadership, and resilience. There are no portraits of Prince Hall, no grand statues in his honor, just the echoes of his actions, carved into the hearts of generations. He was a man who stood for dignity when the world offered him disgrace, who built brotherhood when others built barriers, who lit a candle of enlightenment in an age of darkness. Prince Hall's life reminds us that true greatness is not measured by titles or wealth, but by the courage to stand, the strength to speak, and the will to serve. Prince Hall, the son of struggle, the father of Black Freemasonry, and the builder of hope. His voice still whispers through time. We were born free, and we shall live as men. If this story moved you, don't let it fade into silence. Like this video to honor his legacy. Share it so more people learn the name Prince Hall. And subscribe for more forgotten stories of Black excellence, courage, and vision. Because history isn't just about the past. It's the torch we carry forward.